Hello, Happy New Year. How are you? That'll be the last time you hear me say that now that I've got it out of the way. It's the 4th of January as I'm recording. This podcast will be out on the 5th of January. You can guarantee, though, can't you, that somebody next week or maybe even the week after is going to say to you, Happy New Year, how was your Christmas? You're a bit late with that by then, aren't you? You are a little late, but it's okay. I've done mine, and that's the first week of January. Welcome back to the podcast. We had a week off over the holiday period of podcasting, but we are back this week with the best bits of drive time, although I have used a couple of bits of breakfast as well, because I did breakfast on Monday and Tuesday this week. They're in there. On the way, things left on trains, chocolate revelations, a professional overreaction, a dilemma of love. Also, we will have horrendous airline passengers and tips to improve your January, all on the way for you in the podcast this week. But I just wanted to share with you something that I saw online the other day. And this is reference a man with a very unfortunate name. The man is William Stroker, although he likes to call himself Willie. And that just makes me think. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker. Yeah, what would you do if that was your name, eh? If that was your name, surely you wouldn't just shorten it to Willie, would you? Anyway, leave him there and he can stroke away happily. Let's get into the podcast, the best bits of this week's breakfast and drive time combined on atomradio.co.uk. Enjoy.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear. Mark Denham. AtomRadio.co.uk.
Things that have caused blockage on train toilets. This is from Virgin Trains. 4 toilets are taken out of service every day as a result of people using them incorrectly. I mean, it's not really that difficult, is it? Open the door, go in, close the door, either do a pee or do a poo, flush the toilet, wash your hands, leave. Not really that difficult, is it? 18,000 lost toilet hours last year across the Virgin Trains network and a repair bill of more than £180,000. Things put down the toilet. More than 90% of the blockages were caused by wet wipes, even those labelled as flushable were in fact clogging the pipes as well. But other things to go down there are nappies. Now, I can kind of understand wet wipes because they are labelled, a lot of them, as flushable. And I can kind of understand that. But then some of the others, though, are just crazy. A bra. You know what happened? Did you have like a heavy night out and, you got back on the train, you thought, oh, do you know what? Can't be doing with this anymore. Take it off. Don't want it. Set them free. Flush it away. No. Or somebody's glasses as well. It was a miracle train journey. I can see. Flush them away. Wedding rings. Yeah, that's not a great start, is it? If your wedding ring goes down the train toilet, that's not a great start at all. And a football scarf, that has to be on the way back from a losing football trip. It must be, mustn't it? I don't want this anymore. My team are rubbish. I don't want this. But seriously, though, I mean, who on earth flushes that sort of stuff down the toilet? A bra, some glasses, wedding rings, and a football scarf. I hope they weren't all down the same toilet at the same time. That'd be shocking, wouldn't it? I don't see what's wrong with just peeing and pooing, though. That'd make a lot more sense. That's really what the toilet is for.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
It's atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, on iTunes Radio, and on your smart speaker. It's 9:17 on New Year's Day. Hello, Sean Smith from Burton-on-Trent. She's 20. She posted a picture on Facebook on Sunday night, it was, of a box of celebrations, and she has noticed something, and it's gone viral since. And I must admit, I never ever knew this. If you look at a box of celebrations, inside it has Mars and Galaxy, Galaxy Caramel, Bounty, Snickers, Maltesers, Twix, and Milky Way. The C is in the Mars font, the E is in the Malteser font, the L is in the Galaxy font, the E is in the Snickers font. The B is in the Bounty font, the R is in the Mars font, the A is in the Galaxy font, the T is in the Twix font, the I is in the Milky Way font, the O is in the Bounty font, the N is in Snickers font, and the final S is in the Mars font. I never, ever knew that beforehand. I've seen so many of those boxes of chocolates, but I've never, ever known that before. So Sian, who's 20, she's on the ball with this. She has noticed them. Either she has an extremely keen eye or she likes a lot of chocolate. It's one or the other.
Yeah! Mark Denham. AtomRadio.co.uk.
Aaron Aaron just got paid. The thing about November and December, right? November you get paid and you think, oh, I'm going to save up for Christmas. And sometimes in December you get paid early, don't you? So you've got your money for Christmas and all that. But then that makes January such a long month, doesn't it? You're thinking, it's the 3rd of January and, well, look at my bank balance. And it's just a long month, isn't it? It really is. Everybody's clamouring for overtime in January to make up for Christmas.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
I question that. If she had a pure heart of gold, could you pay for her love? That's my question. Seriously. If she had a pure heart of gold, surely she would love for the sake of love rather than for the sake of money. Just a little thought. Benny Blanco, Calvin Harris, I Found You. That is Johnny Hates Jazz playing right now. It's 6:15 on Thursday. It's Mark with you on the big drive home. We have got Beat the Intro to do for you in a few minutes. Your first one of 2019, and you could be on the second roll of honour should you get the answer right. We will do that for you in a few minutes. Your chance to make the second roll of honour, make history, be among the first to be on a roll of honour in 2019. You know that makes sense.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Journalists have incurred the wrath of a man who is not happy that they're calling politicians clowns. It's over the way they've handled Brexit. This man says there is an art to being a clown, and he's not happy that politicians have called journalists clowns. It's a general descriptive word, isn't it? You know, I know that there are obviously people who dress up as clowns and that, but it's a general descriptive word in that sense.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Status Quo, Caroline, Justin Bieber before that, Break from Love. It is Thursday's Drive Time. Just thinking, in this half hour, we've done Caroline, we've done Lola's theme. I'm just thinking of other songs with ladies' names in them. Starship, Sarah, Perfect Day, Jane. What other songs can you think of? The Police, Roxanne. What other songs with ladies' names in? Email me onair@atomradio.co.uk. I'm just thinking now, could we possibly fill a whole hour of songs with just ladies' names in? Barry Manilow, Mandy. Why not? Do you know what? I'm gonna look into this. onair@atomradio.co.uk. See if you can come up with a song that has a lady's name in it. Doesn't matter, 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever. I'll take whatever. Looking for songs with ladies' names in. onair@atomradio.co.uk. This is To Pow on Heart and Soul.
Mark Denham on Atom Radio.
To Pow, Heart and Soul, Thursday's Drive Time. I'm just thinking songs with ladies' names in, right? You got John Denver, Annie's song. That then makes me think of Kid Creole and the Coconuts. Annie, I'm Not Your Daddy. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean. How about that? Simon and Garfunkel, Cecilia. Come On Eileen from Dexy's Midnight Runners. Tom Jones, Delilah. Laura Branigan, Gloria, the Goo Goo Dolls, and Iris. I don't know anyone who's like under 100 called Iris. Joshua Caddison, Jessie is another one. Dolly Parton, Jolene. Makes me sound like Nick Knowles then, doesn't it? Marillion and Kaylee. There's loads of them, isn't there? Rod Stewart, Maggie May. Absolutely loads of them. Hello to you. If you have a song named after you, then hello to you. Let me know. Maybe we'll play it for you tomorrow. Back tomorrow at 4 as it goes for Drive Time for Friday, happy hour, and all the other usual bits and pieces on the way for you. Stand by for your Thursday decades. They're on the way. I'll catch you in 21 hours' time.
Mark Denham.
AtomRadio.co.uk.
Friday's Drive Time. Hello, this is Mark with you from Slough, United Kingdom, playing the music you want to hear and just hanging out and keeping you company until 7 o'clock. So Christmas is over, New Year is over, we're in 2019 now. You bought a brand new planner, you've come up with your New Year's resolution, new me, new year and all that sort of stuff. Some top tips if you are someone that gets easily bummed out in January after all the hype of the festive season. Number one, rethink your after-work routine and tweak it so that it is actually relaxing. And that's a lot, isn't it? Because in this day and age, I think people just don't turn off, do they? They don't turn off and they don't relax. They're, on call almost. Work emails come through to the phone. You're like, got to answer it. Number 2, take yourself out on a date. Oh, hang on. Norman, no mates. You got to find someone, surely, to go on a date with. You can't just go on your own, can you? Table for one, please. And go to the cinema, maybe. Yeah, just the one. Just the one. Thanks. Budget a bit more money aside for small expenditures that cheer you up is a top tip as well. If you're feeling a little bit broke after all the Christmas shopping, put a little bit of money away just to treat yourself to something nice, whether it's a new book to read, maybe a manicure or something like that. Maybe not a manicure if you're a bloke. I don't know. Plan some do-nothing time with a friend. If you are broke, then just plan to do nothing. Hang out together at one of your houses, maybe watch something on Netflix or on TV. Stockpile a few mood-lifting movies to watch in your downtime as well. As another top tip, up your breakfast game. That might work for me because I never ever eat breakfast. I just don't. Give yourself a little thing each day to actively look forward to. So, make yourself a little planner and put things on there for each day that you are excited by doing. Make yourself a selfish slot in your week. If you're always super busy doing things for others, make yourself a little bit of time where you just do something for yourself. Tidy your workspace. Make it a little nicer. If your desk is cluttered and sad to look at, the new year is a good time to freshen it up. Although if you're at work, you're probably working, aren't you? You don't have the downtime. Make your home surroundings more cheerful as well. Do some exercise that doesn't necessarily feel like exercise. For example, riding a bike. If you are riding a bike, please remember that the highway code applies to you the same as it applies to everyone else. Number 12, spend some time planning the ideal trip that you'll take later in the year. Number 13, change when you do your boring things and your exciting things to make those a little less tedious. And number 14, use those nice things you keep saving for special occasions, like a candle or maybe an outfit, perhaps a pair of shoes. Use those. There's your top tips to unbum out your January.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
4:45, Friday's Drive Time. A 100-year-old woman marks her big birthday. How would you mark your big birthday if you're 100? Well, she marked hers by having an energetic game of bowling. I'm talking 10-pin bowling here. Marie Denny celebrated the milestone by joining her weekly bowling league in Michigan. She didn't take up the sport, though, until she was 70. See, there's always life in the old dog yet, is there? By the way, Marie, I'm not calling you an old dog. I was just using the expression because we are in 2019 where somebody's bound to be offended by something. I bowled once before, one time with my stepchildren. I beat them and then they wouldn't bowl with me anymore, she said. So at the age of 100, she went out on her 100th birthday playing 3 games, rolling an impressive 131, 143 and 186. It's not bad for anybody, never mind a 100-year-old.
Drive time with Mark Denham.
Hello, 25 to 6, Friday's Drive Time. Mark with you until 7 o'clock tonight on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, iTunes Radio and Smart Speaker. If you've taken up Tindering for 2019, imagine if you were Brad Galloway from North Yorkshire. He's caused a bit of a Twitter storm after sharing a screenshot of a conversation with a match on the dating app. He asked his potential date what she was up to on New Year's Eve, the two of them obviously having matched and started messaging each other. She told him that she was having my baby. 127,000 likes after he shared the screenshot on Twitter. He started off with just this, like, what are you doing today? And the shocked man probably assumed his date would reply she was going out down the pub with friends or family. Instead, she revealed that she was having a baby. So obviously, she'd not put that in her Tinder bio, had she? Or pictures of her baby bump in among her Tinder pictures that you put up. But if you are Tindering in 2019, do you know what? I did it towards the end of 2018. I went back on Tinder just for one day, just for a laugh, just to, no. You get RSI from just knowing everybody. You really do.
Drive Time with Mark Denham.
Madonna, The Power of Goodbyes on Atom Radio. 12 to 7, Friday's Drive Time. Time Tunnel back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Simon Yates has Disco Days tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. And then Ben Shoveler returns with the Indie Rock Disco at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. That is how your Saturday looks Friday night party is on the way for you at 7 o'clock tonight. These horrible things that people have done, according to Sean Kathleen. She is the former flight attendant who set up this Instagram page to reveal the worst offenders. She says that she's seen a man who set his hair on fire while attempting to smoke crack cocaine mid-flight. She's posted a picture of a pair of feet which have been put up on a seat armrest. These feet are absolutely filthy. It looks like they've never been washed, if I'm honest. With the caption, "How did feet ever get that dirty?" A lady who is sat with her headphones in with her hair. She's got long hair. It's over the headrest and it's in the drink of the person on the table behind. There is a man who has entirely decided he'll get changed just in the cabin of the plane. Made no effort to go to the toilet or anything or any privacy. Just stood up, got changed, and we're talking about the bottom half here, not just the top half anyway. How about though in one case a lady with, I'm going to be honest, what looks to be hair extensions that are that long. She's draped them over the back of the seat, which means the person behind cannot see the in-flight movie on the seats in front. They've got a screen. And she can't see it because her hair is absolutely covering. Another man with catastrophic builder's bottom. Somebody has stuffed their dinner in the pocket. Their dinner leftovers, just scraped the plate into the pocket with all of the paraphernalia, like all the safety stuff and that. So yeah, like if you are flying this weekend, just beware. That lady may be out and about Instagramming you. You might be named and shamed if you are flying this weekend. atomradio.co.uk. There you go. That's your first podcast of the year done. If you've just found this from clicking on the link, make sure you subscribe because we do this every week, the best bits of drive time. Only a short one this week, 2 breakfast shows, 2 drive times, and of course I was in Bracknell on Wednesday, which is why we didn't have a show on Wednesday. Next week, though, we will do all 5 of them. That sounds like a good idea. You can find it on atomradio.co.uk, on TuneIn, on iTunes Radio, and on your smart speaker as well, Monday to Friday between 4 and 7. Thank you so much for checking out this week's podcast. Back on Atom Radio, 4 o'clock on Monday. And of course, back with another podcast next weekend. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you back here 7 days' time for the second podcast of the year.
Atom Radio. Ooh, yeah. Playing the music you want to hear.
Mark Denham.
Atom